it's needed for our inner city kids to see
Yes.
women that look like them.
Yes.
You know, able to sit across from men that look like you guys. Because, you know, from where we're from, we're told not to trust men that look like y'all.
This is gonna hurt. It's time for the Suffering Podcast.
And these seats that are African American or Black or, you know, however you want to call them, right? And they get the money for recreation. They get it for low-income housing and low-income housing. And what they do is they disperse it to who they want to disperse it to within the inner city, okay? It's a lot of programs and organizations, and I'm talking about Paterson. Once again, I'm not speaking for any other city. I'm looking at the camera as I say this.
You're telling the same story of every city.
Yeah. Listen, so you know, I want to make sure we're talking about, I'm not generalizing this. I'm making it all about the inner city that I'm from. I had someone ask me, why even still stay in Paterson if you know all of this, right? I said, because I grew up here. I have an 11-month-old. Hi, Dakota. And
Dakota doesn't know her name yet. Dakota. Or maybe she knows her name.
She knows her name. Okay.
Maybe she knows her name, but she's not answering you back.
I know, right? Yeah. But what I want to say is I never want Dakota to get older and I say, oh, my God, no, you can't go to Paterson. Mm-hmm. That would break my heart if I couldn't bring my baby back to Paterson because I felt like she wouldn't be safe.
Well, you see these things wrong with Paterson. And I'm a big believer, if don't come to me with a problem, come to me with a solution.
Yes, yes.
All right, because there's a lot of complainers out there. I know the cities are full of complainers.
You said people that complain but don't have the solution.
Correct.
All they want to do is sit there and bitch and moan if they don't want to fix it.
The solution that I have is to let the kids play, okay? I feel like the reason why it's so much violence in the inner cities and guns and drugs is because they don't know each other. Their parents are fighting with each other, and they, in turn, beef with each other, and they don't even know why, and they don't play together anymore. I miss walking around the neighborhood and we go to East Side together and I could go to your house and you could go to my house and we could walk throughout the neighborhoods. Now they can't. But that's the problem. The solution is let them play. So on Saturday, June the 24th, 2023. Yes, this is a shameless plug.
This is going to air. This is going to air after this. So talk about it in past tense.
So let me talk about it in at past tense. I am building an area for the kids to play. I'm calling it a Community Fields Day in the city of Paterson, but every kid in every city can come and play. And there will be, oh my gosh, softball, kickball, tug of war, sack racing, hopscotch. I mean,
softball, yoga.
Everything. Yoga. I'm doing a yoga and meditation section. And I'm also doing a section about mental health. And I'm going to headline that myself. Yes. Or if you guys can come through, I would love it. But my solution now is to let them play. Let all the kids play. Like you stated, I believe, earlier, kids don't know race. That was you, Mike. Kids don't know race. They don't know color. My 11-month-old, when she see other children, she thinks she's a big girl. So she like, hi, and wants to play. And I let her play, guys. I don't shun her back or not let her touch them because kids are pure. They don't know.
Untainted by the problems of adults.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But, you touched on something before. We were talking about inner city problems. Do you think the problem with the inner city and the reason it keeps going on is because kids are born in that and like you said, they don't get out to get to see other places.
Correct.
That's all they know.
That's all they know.
So that's all they just keep up with for the rest of their lives.
It's what it's called is a repeated cycle. Mm-hmm. It's called, in the spiritual world, it's called generational curses.
Yep.
Right?
Generational curses, which we know, who had the generational curses? Benny Love. That's right. So Benny Love's a Hoboken. Says generational curses, and you got to break the generational curses. That is real.
Listen, it's real, T. And to give your perspective on it.
For me, like I said, when I was in school, I got to look and be like, okay, something's not right here. And now, as I've grown and learned for myself, I realize that, okay, the knowledge that I have, the reason why we keep going down this path is because other people don't have this knowledge. And I feel like instead of trying to give it to the adults We got to just start with the kids so they can grow up like knowing, oh, I can manifest, or oh, I can meditate, or oh, I can go in nature. Oh, if I'm feeling this kind of way, I can go for a walk, take a hike. I can go to the park. Oh, I can do these different things to heal my mind so that I can achieve what I would like to achieve. And you can achieve it. A lot of these kids don't know that they can achieve these things.
Well, so the concept of our show is you can't have anything great without a little bit of suffering. Okay?
Correct. Yes.
Now, in my mind, the kids in the inner cities suffer more than most.
Yes.
Okay, because there's economic constraints, there's racial constraints, there's
PTS,
there's restraints all across the board. If in that manner, as far as success goes, inner city kids could have an advantage over the rest of the world because they have that already built in. If they ever learned and were taught to overcome that stuff, man, you could really raise some very strong people.
I was raised. Tashiann was raised. We're both from Paterson, New Jersey, and we're here with you guys. We had to have been taught that. That had to have been embedded in our core for us to even know. She didn't tell you guys, but what college did you graduate from?
Oh, I went to Pace University.
Oh, nice.
In New York,
okay. That's where she went. Like, so the world is huge, and I'm the answer. Right? I want field trips. I need help, guys. Okay? I need sponsors, people that can really, just want to volunteer and want to help. It's a lot of people that say they're going to help, but they never help.
I was going to say, and I know you're not going to. Have you ever sat down with a politician and actually?
I've been trying to for the past 3 weeks, guys.
We have a friend of ours. His name's Billy Prempa, a Paterson kid. Is bucking the system. He's just a very wonderful man. Bucking the system, trying to get elected, trying to change the system, and it's just the pushback.
I would love to meet him. I would love to, because maybe what he has, his blueprint, I might have the sauce or the missing puzzle piece to build off of it.
And he's that type of guy who, if he ever got into office, he's humongous. So he's a big dude. So when he goes into these places, people are going to look at him no matter what because of his stature.
I'm praying for someone that has that aura and presence when they walk into a room, because they need to know you can't play with me.
And he meets all the markers. I mean, he's a vet. He served his country honorably. And he went back, and he's one of those people that went back and tried to serve his own community, to build his own community up. Where I know a guy who was a professional football player. It's not your friend, somebody else, lives very close to me, grew up in Paterson, played professional football for many, many years, and moved not far away, but just far away. And
to keep an eye.
Out of his own mouth, I said, why did you move out here from Paterson? He goes, because it's a $75 cab ride from Paterson to here. That's what he said. That's what he said. Because he doesn't want anybody from Paterson.
Exactly. And listen, it's not interesting because I understand. Listen, let's be honest here. Okay, I don't know how to lie. All right. Some people I do not want in my home, and I live in Paterson, okay?
It doesn't matter where you are.
It doesn't matter where you are. It's about energy, right? People take a lot of things too personal.
That's true.
Okay?
Well, nobody knows how to communicate. That's why.
Social media is killing communication skills.
When you communicate, they still take it.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's used to communicating through screens now. Yeah. Can you imagine us sitting down here at this table, the four of us, having this discussion over Zoom? It would be impossible. I need to feel.
Yes.
Plus, I like your energy, but I need to feel your energy coming off you. I need to know if I say something. Yeah.
Because if you bring energy over anything, right? You guys bring the perfect, well-balanced energy over social media. YouTube is a social media platform. And you guys' energy exudes so much, and mine exudes so much, that now we're here right now. So nothing is impossible. Let me say it to you this way. I do roundtable discussions, right? I bring business professionals and business owners to the table.
We want to
say,
come to your next round.
Oh, well, my next one is the 11th. I'm just saying, it's Sunday. Are you going to pull? I'm just saying. I just.
You give me a place to park in Patterson, I'm there.
I was going to say, it's not in Patterson, is it?
Yes, it is downtown Patterson.
I'm not going.
Oh, see, Mike, don't make me have to karate chop you. But no, what I'm saying
Can
is,
I just say I'm an albino or something just to fit in?
I'm Slayer V's cousin.
yes. Oh,
Is she around anywhere?
Listen, cousin Pete is at the door. But no, what I'm saying, guys, anything is possible, right? Let's just start. We showing the inner city children. I cannot wait to post this. This is huge.
Yes.
Let me tell you what I feel like right now. I feel like, and understand where I'm going with this. This is giving me Saturday Night Live, Oprah, Joe Budden.
Okay.
Like,
Energy.
what kind of Oprah? Is it like early 80s Oprah?
No,
or
I'm
like,
talking about Oprah Masterclass.
okay,
Oprah.
like early 80s Oprah was like midgets and Klan
No,
members.
this is, listen, this is Masterclass. I said Oprah Masterclass. Like, I've gotten so many jewels.
I thought you was going to say Jerry Springer.
Oh, listen, show titties. Say that on the jigger. Oh, can I say that? Oh, snap.
You
I'm
can say
sorry.
whatever you want. You can say whatever you want.
I'm not trying to make it girls gone wild.
You got those beads?
Hey, come on, New Orleans. But no, this is huge, and I feel like it's needed for our inner city kids to see
Yes.
women that look like them.
Yes.
Able to sit across from men that look like you guys. Because, from where we're from, we're told not to trust men that look like y'all. Because either y'all going to try to lie on us or kill us or, I'm being honest. I can only be truthful, but I was raised by a king and a queen that, instilled in me of being who you are, and your mind is the most powerful thing. Knowledge is power, right? And fear no man.
But see, I was raised in a very racist household.
Oh, we was racist.
I was raised in a very, very racist household.
Whoa. So this is huge.
And then I remember one time I was watching a video of Willie Mays, one of the greatest baseball players ever lived. And I actually met Willie Mays. So I go home and I tell my family, I was like, I just met Willie Mays. And the N-word flies out. I go, what are you talking about? He's like the greatest baseball player that ever lived. He's up there. He's definitely in the top 5.
Correct.
I said, what are you talking about? Like, I don't care what color he is. He's a good ball player. And then when I went away to college and I started seeing the hypocrisy behind that, that's what so once you get past the hypocrisy, once you get past the racist stereotypes, then you start
Stigmas.
you start seeing people for who they are. It's either you're a good person or you're a bad person. Again, skin color doesn't matter because there's good and bad in every single one of them. Where there's good white people, there's bad white people. There's good black people, there's bad black people. Doesn't matter. It's how you treat me. That's how I'm going to treat you.
I said it all the time. You treat me with respect, I'll treat you with respect.
I see
you
you
treat me like an asshole, I'll treat you like an
I
asshole.
see
too.
you and I raise you one.
Ooh, I gotta take
damn.
that. I see you and I raise you one.
Yep. You ever play poker?
That's me.
No, that's
I want to
poker.
learn.
I know. Yeah, I want to listen.
That's
I want to
poker.
become a pool shark and a poker.
Yes.
Excellent poker player. Because I'm really sexy.
You are so. You got to focus, girl. You got to focus.
What did I do?
Because you're
What
like,
did I do?
I'm gonna
We
take
want to
over.
dabble in everything.
I'm gonna take.
Listen.
That's good. Dabble in everything and experience everything, and then gravitate towards the thing that you're passionate about.
Let me tell you what my life mantra is. I had a couple until I really found the one that suits me.
Ooh, okay.
And I gave this to you.
Oh, okay.
The sky is not the limit. It is only the view. So reach for the stars.
I like it. I like it a lot.
that too.
Because there's a galaxy out there, guys. Astronauts went to another planet. It has to be more things out there than just what we can see. It has to be.
We are a small speck of dust.
Yep.
Floating in infinity.
A stardust, I am.
Okay. I know that's
I'm
right.
a constellation.
So Lavana, Slayer V, has
Yes.
a very clear, concise way on how she wants to change what I would consider a broken system. Okay,
Change the world.
It's a
Yes.
broken system in the
I
inner
want to
cities.
do what Michael Jackson did. I want to heal the world.
Sleep with no, I shouldn't.
No, he didn't. I don't
Well,
think he did.
I'm
don't
kidding.
disrespect
I'm
my
kidding.
boy. I want the part that he wanted to heal the world.
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
part I want.
Tashiann, what do you think? What's your solution?
My solution, we kind of are in the same boat. I want to teach the kids about themselves. I want to teach the kids about themselves so they can develop that confidence. Because with me, I developed my confidence at 27. Now I'm just like, ooh, I can do whatever I want. I can do this. I can
I'll
do this.
bet you
I can do
Tashiann
this.
is like 72 years old,
Yeah.
and she
With-
looks like
At
she's
heart.
Listen,
perfect
She looks
I
like
love that.
she looks
Yes,
like she's
she is.
22 years old.
Listen to me.
At
When
heart.
I say woo child, it's
I'm
her
an
thing.
old lady.
She is, I mean, her soul gotta be 77, like you said.
Yeah.
My soul younger than hers, but it's still old. I'm just saying.
I'm still a kid at heart. That's
listen,
all.
I guarantee I'm still
a
the oldest one in the
kid.
room.
Listen, I know I'm a kid, but my soul is older too. But hers is ancient. Okay.
Listen, I've been here a few times. I'm not even going to
80
lie.
million. But my solution to all of this, guys, is, like I said, to let all of our children play together. And
I think that's where it starts.
it starts, yeah, it starts there, because if we see them play, then we might play. But I'm going to give y'all this. And I just said this to Tashiann the other day. I said, Tashiann, I want to open an orphanage.
I'm with
No,
it
it's an
100%.
orphanage.
There's another one.
And we going to do
No,
it
it's
too.
an orphanage.
Yes.
I'm serious, because I feel like I have so much love to give. Like, I grew up with parents that gave me so much love, even though we were in the projects for, a long time. And eventually my mom and dad broke up. But I always saw how the projects respected my mom. Like, they looked at her like the big mama, of the neighborhood. And she would
You're like the
cuss
Martin
you out.
Lawrence, like the Martin Lawrence big
Yeah,
mama?
like the Martin Lawrence, like she'll cuss you out, but she'll give you, I never forget one day, it was
She'll give
a
you
drug
she'll give
fiend.
you a pat on the back or a slap in the ass. Whatever
yes,
you need.
it was a drug fiend, right? And she said, come here, you stink, right? So she had them come inside our home, and she had them take a shower. And she told me and my sister to get that person some clothes. And she cleaned them up. And she said, clean out my tub real good with the bleach, right? And then she gave them something to eat. And I never forget that day. I probably was like, maybe 10, 11. I know I was pretty young. And at first I was like, oh, they stink. How you gonna let them take a shower in our tub? But once I saw that she gave them a bath and told them to get a clothes, I said, whoa, this is a phenomenal woman.
That's a big heart.
Well,
That's a huge
what,
heart.
That's what you're doing.
And that's where I come from. And that's why we're going to get us an orphanage.
That's what you.
I love
That's
it.
what
I
you're
love
doing
it.
right now. You're taking a system and you're giving it a bath and you're giving it some new clothes.
Whoa, that's huge.
And I feel like
Thank
it
you.
starts, a lot of people think you have to attack the system
Correct.
from the top.
No.
But I feel like with,
You're going to lose if you do that.
yes,
Correct.
yes.
You're going to fall fast.
But I feel like with young people, it takes one person to inspire another person, to inspire another person. So it's just like a domino effect of
Correct.
people just growing and learning what we've been learning, but they're inspiring the other little kids around them. And
A rule of
young
thumb
adults.
is an inspired person will inspire 3 other people. A negative person will negatively impact 10.
Yeah.
So you're always fighting a losing battle, but you can win that battle. It just takes a long time.
And you know what? It doesn't take long. It's about the effort that you put in, right?
Right.
I met Tashiann how many months ago?
I think in
It was like January.
January?
I just
After your birthday.
after my birthday. So I met her in January. I didn't know her all my life.
Yeah.
I thought you guys knew each other forever.
No,
I was going
I
to ask
just
you
met
that
her
earlier.
in January. What happened was I was on live. Listen, when I want something, I speak it out loud. My mother will always say, speak things into existence. Vonna, you can do that. That's what my dad used to say. I can hear his voice right now. And I'm on my live and I'm like, oh, I need help. I need an assistant. I need a manager. I need a sponsor.
I didn't hear this part, by the way.
I need a team. I need a what I call it. What's the people call a street team? I need it all. right? And then she wound up popping up on my live, and she was like, oh, you know, Lavana, if you need help, I can help you. And I was like, DM me right now. So when I got off my live, she DM'd me, and I called her, and I'm like, are you serious about this? Because I really, really need help. And she was like, wait, you serious? I said, yeah, let's meet such and such day. And voila, magic, we're sitting in front of you.
But for me, on my perspective, I saw her before she knew who I was. Like, I watched her live before she knew who I was. And I was like, oh, this woman is dope. Like, I was going through her page. And something in me was like, I want to help her. Like, I don't really know why. I don't know. It just, it just came. Because, I think about marketing and things like that. So I'm looking at her page and I'm thinking I could help her with her marketing. But then I went on her live again and the same thing. So I was like, let me just ask, But I feel like helping people out of just wanting to help them, you get so much in return because I've gotten so much from her. She has taught me so much. I am confident like this because I get to see her in her element. And I'm like, okay, her confidence rubs off on me.
Sure.
So I feel like, helping someone, just out of helping them, you're going to get.
That's why I try to stay as far away from him. I don't want anything rubbing off on me.
Listen, you guys are two pieces in a
So we're coming to the end of this thing here. So where can our audience find both of you? Tashiann, we'll start with you.
Yes, my Instagram is Tosh Yasmine, TASHYASMINE. On YouTube, Tashiann Yasmine, TASHIANN Yasmine, YASMINE. And I have a jewelry brand, Girl Strike. She's wearing the earrings. I'm wearing the earrings.
I had them on before the show, but they.
Girl Strike.
I was saying it reminds me of high school, man, with big gold hoops with
that's
the name. You gotta have the name in
what
there.
LL said? I need around the way, girl.
Around the way, girl.
That's the one.
Oh, now they're going to start a music career too.
Okay.
Lavana, where can our audience find you?
Okay, guys, you can reach me on Instagram at SlayerV_. That is SLAYERV with an underscore. I can be found on YouTube at Slayer V podcast. And you can Google me. Okay, I'll come up.
We're going to put all these in the show notes. So if anybody wants to reach out to you,
absolutely,
they can just click on the links and they'll
yes,
be right
they can. Absolutely.
So one of the things I always like to end every show with, you've grown up in the inner city, you seem like you want to change the inner city, and you've seen some ugliness in the inner city. What do you think it's taught you, and what do you think the suffering of the inner city has taught you?
I feel like it has taught me that in order to change the community, you have to change yourself. So me going through my personal development journey makes me know that everyone needs to go through a personal development journey.
You're hired. Lavana, so you've seen so much growing up in the inner city. You've seen good, you've seen bad. What do you think the suffering of the inner city has taught you?
To always learn.
That's
always
good.
Learn, right? Because knowledge is power. And it also taught me to continue to elevate. No matter what the circumstances are around you, it's not where you are, it's where you see yourself, where you want to be. So if you educate yourself and find out all of the things and resources that you need to know, and then use that on your journey, then you elevate. And then you get here and beyond suffering, the Suffering Podcast.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies.
Before we wrap this up, I just want to, you ladies are beautiful inside and out.
Oh,
you really
thank
are.
you.
And that's the reason we started talking the other day.
Thank you.
Just your energy, it just shows. I mean, your enthusiasm.
Thank you.
I mean, it's
That's
really
who we want.
great.
That's who we want here.
Yeah.
We want people with good energy here.
Thank you.
I thank you both very much for coming.
Thank
you
you.
for
I
having
mean,
us.
this is like, I'm telling you, this is huge
I've never
for
done
us.
this
She's never done it, but on this level with the professionalism, shout out to my guy in the back,
Hey.
the man with the magic, okay? But I'm so...
That's the guy you want to make friends with.
I'm so grateful. Oh, he's already my friend. But I'm so grateful to the both of you because all I've been praying for, you guys answered my prayer, okay? I've been praying to God that I can just get a shot, that someone would allow me to use my voice on their platform. And you guys helped to grant a wish, so thank you.
Listen, we tell people all the time, once you're on the show, you're family.
Hey.
So
Love that,
if you guys need anything from us, you definitely let us know.
My challenge to you is someday when you're huge, you need to do the same thing for somebody else.
I promise I will.
Yeah, you pay it forward. You don't pay it back, you pay it forward.
I promise I will. And in the words of Nipsey Hussle, the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit.
I think that came from Nipsey Russell.
It was Nipsey Hussle, I promise you.
And both of you probably don't even know who Nipsey Russell is.
I don't.
Listen.
You never saw The Wiz?
Oh, The Wiz.
He's
the Tin Man.
He's the Tin Man.
A teeny.
Only black man I've ever seen with a toupee that wore it proudly.
Okay.
That's going to do it for this episode of The Suffering Podcast, The Suffering of the Inner City with Tashiann and Lavana. And as always, let's think about all the stuff that we learned.
Yes.
Be careful. There are many predators out there. Build your community up. You can have enough rope to hang yourself.
Okay.
Where you start doesn't have to be where you finish. But most importantly, let the kids play.
Well said, sir.
That's going to do it for this episode of The Suffering Podcast. Don't forget, you can always listen before you watch. All of our audio episodes come out on Sundays. And go to popple.com, get your digital business card, put in the code TSP20 for a 20% discount. Follow us on all social media on LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, Clapper, Twitter. Follow The Suffering Podcast at The Suffering Podcast. Follow Mike at Mike_Failace. Follow me at Real Kevin Donaldson. And we will see you on the next episode.